moving on to topic 3, so selection using dictionaries. So this is kind of a specific case that dictionaries can be really useful. They're useful in a ton of different ways, but this is a specific case that people utilize in other programming languages. So just to be aware how you would do a case statement in Python. They're not built in, but using dictionaries we can kind of fake it. They're also known as switch case statements. If you needed to look something like this up online, those two terms are somewhat interchangeable. So here's a very simple switch case statement that uses .get to pull values out of a dictionary. So first thing I want you to notice here is that this here is just a dictionary. The multi-line that's utilized here just makes it easier to read, but you could just as easily have left this all in one line. It is just a series of key value pairs. So I'm creating a dictionary called switcher that has a key 0, a key 1, and a key 2. And then I am going to return the switcher.get for the argument that is sent into this function. So you can see here, I'm going to just say argument equals 2, and then I'm going to call switch example with the number 2. Switch example takes the number 2, and then with .get, it pulls the number 2 and says this is case 2, and returns that to main. So when I run this, you can see this is case 2. And I showed you this earlier with the .get functionality, and I think you're asked to do this in the assignment. If I put an argument that does not exist in the case list, it's going to return that error saying, hey, this doesn't exist in your case statement or your case switcher. So that's a very simple case. Oops. Here's another one that's a little bit more difficult, but again, more useful. So you can see here I have a series of functions. I have function 0, function square root, function even, or function prime. And then I've got my dictionary down here that is a dictionary of options. So again, I'm doing that same key value pair. 0 equals 0, 1 equals square, 4 equals square, 9 equals square, 2 equals prime. So I'm essentially, I'm iterating out or listing out all the different numbers between 0 and 7 and how they, what kind of number they are, whether they're a prime, whether they're a square root, they're a even square root, or whether they're 0. And then I'm going to run this. And you can see here, I'm going to say, hey, give me a number between 0 and 7. And I'm going to take that number, and I am going to access my numbers choice dictionary by that key, which the dictionary will then return the value, and then that value is the text of the function I want to call and return. It's a little weird, but it works. So if I say enter the number 3, and I run this, it's going to take the number 3, it's going to go into my dictionary and say 3 is a prime, and then it's going to call prime as a function, which is right here, which prints n as a prime number as an output. Now, obviously this thing is not super useful in its current form, but what I'm showing you here is you can run a different function with whatever you want in that function based on different values that you receive in a dictionary, or that you receive from a user with a dictionary as a translation tool to get the right function to run. So that's a switch case statement, or a case, just a case statement if you want to call it that.